Hey everyone, thanks for checking in. Today we're going to be looking at the MacBook Air 2020 versus the iPad Pro 2020. And we're going to be looking at the sound quality, screen quality, and just day-to-day tasks on the device and how it compares. This video has also been shot on an iPhone SE 2020, just to give you an idea of the camera quality. I shot an unboxing video on it, which you can check out over here. This is a test of the screen brightness on the MacBook Air versus the iPad Pro. Both displays have True Tone turned off for this test. I made this song on the iPad Pro, which was quite enjoyable, and I'm going to compare the sound quality on both devices at half volume. So let's start off with the MacBook Air. And now we'll play on the iPad Pro. And now we will play full volume on both devices as a comparison and see what it sounds like at full volume. We may have to restart this section. So my cat has jumped up again and we're gonna keep going on this device. Still at full volume. Straight off the bat, the iPad Pro definitely sounds a lot better at full volume. Hands down, it's not even a contest, the iPad Pro wins this one. I think it's because the MacBook Air has such a thin display, they just can't fit in a good lens and a good sensor in such a small amount of space. But it's nice to see the iPad Pro is decent. The weird thing about the iPad Pro though is the camera is here on the side, whereas on the MacBook Air, it's up the top. So, don't know, I guess in video calls, could be like if you're looking, this is when I'm looking straight in the center of the screen, it's off to the side. Which one the cat wants to sit on? None of them. Oh, maybe the iPad. This is a sample video from the back camera on the iPad. It's pretty good. I think overall the MacBook Air is better value because just upgrade the processor to the quad core, you get one at 256 gig of storage, whereas on the iPad Pro you got to upgrade to that. And when you do, it ends up costing $1,800 and you still don't have a keyboard. So let's see how much adding a keyboard costs. To see just as a comparison, because the MacBook Air comes with a keyboard and a trackpad. So we'll add the Magic Keyboard And now we're looking at how much money? We're looking at $2,400 for an iPad Pro and a keyboard versus a MacBook Air, which has a keyboard and is $1,699 in Australia. Sorry, US viewers. And it can go all the way down to $1,599 if you're gonna cheap out on the processor. Both devices for the past few weeks, I can honestly say I really did prefer the MacBook Air. It might have been just me, but I found I could do a lot more advanced stuff with it. Like I had access to a terminal and a command line. Maybe that's just me though. If you just need to do web browsing and you want to use a touchscreen and you don't want to do it, you just want to consume content. You just want to watch YouTube. You just want to watch Netflix, that kind of stuff. The iPad Pro is actually pretty good. It's got a slightly better display and better speakers. And yeah, it hasn't got a headphone jack though, so you have to buy a headphone jack adapter or get some wireless headphones. The pricing and using both the MacBook Air and the iPad Pro for 2 weeks, I can honestly say that I think right now the MacBook Air is a better value since the iPad Pro is basically a refresh on the 2018 iPad Pro. If you do want to have a content consumption device with good speakers and a good display that is much lighter than the MacBook Air without a keyboard, if you add the keyboard it weighs more, then the iPad Pro is good for that, and you probably will have more fun with all the apps that you can play around with, plus the augmented reality stuff's pretty interesting. But right now there's not many apps that take advantage of it, and I couldn't honestly see any uses for it as of right now. Maybe in the future. If I was in the market for a device and I didn't have a laptop or an iPad, I would probably, if I wanted to save money, I would get the MacBook Air because it's got a keyboard, it's got a trackpad, and you can basically do more on it, in my opinion, than you can on the iPad Pro, especially when it comes to multitasking. You know, if you want to take notes during a video call, you can't do that on the iPad. You have to stop the video call, which is kind of not the best. As the sun goes down, because it turns out all the birds come out and start making noise. So I apologize for all the background noise with all the birds. But thanks for watching this video, and be sure to check out some of my other videos if you're interested in like this style of reviewing. Thanks for watching.